Hey guys, it's Thursday again. So last week I told you about my wedding and some of the stuff that went on before and during that and everything. So this week I thought I would tell you about the honeymoon in Vegas that we had the week after the wedding. So anyway, 2 years ago at this time, Kevin and I were in Las Vegas having our honeymoon. My mother-in-law actually paid for our hotel and the trip and a rental car for us for a week or almost a week. I think we left on a Monday because our wedding was on a Saturday, and the next day we just kind of sat around and packed and everything and got ready to go. And then on Monday we left and went to Las Vegas. And we stayed till Saturday, so Monday through Saturday. So I guess I should just kind of break it down by days. So we'll start with Monday, of course. Monday, we arrived at our hotel. We stayed at the Monte Carlo, and we didn't really do that much because we had been on a plane most of the day, and we actually had a layover in Dallas, I think, Dallas Fort Worth. So yeah, we had kind of been on the plane all day, and we didn't really want to do anything. So we kind of walked around the casinos a little bit and um, gambled a little bit, but we didn't really do a lot. I think we ended up eating in the hotel bar and watched football, I believe. Anyway, it wasn't like a big day. Our big day was probably the next day. Tuesday morning, we got up pretty early and got ready and went downstairs to get some breakfast from McDonald's because there was one in our hotel. And then we just got in the car and drove pretty much all day long. I don't know why I say pretty much. It was definitely all day long. The rental car we had was a Sebring convertible, and it was really nice. So we basically just drove around all day with the top down, except I think we did have to take it up a couple of times because it did get kind of cold. Because even though it is a desert and everything out there, it does get cold at night and in the morning. So since we were driving in the middle of the desert, and since it was close by, we decided to see Death Valley because neither of us had ever really been to the desert before, and we'd never been to Death Valley, so we took a trip to Death Valley. And we drove around in the national park for a little while, and actually for a long while, and it was really hot, which, it's supposed to be like the hottest place in the US. And even though it was October, it was really hot, and we had to stop at the gift shop and get some sunscreen. Yeah, because if we hadn't, we probably would have been burned really badly. So we got our sunscreen, we got some other little souvenir kind of things, and kept going through the whole park. And by the time we got out of there, it was probably somewhere in between lunch and dinner time. So we decided to stop at this little place nearby. It's called Adriana's. I'm not really sure, but it was this Mexican restaurant. So we ate there, and it was pretty good. It was like most Mexican food that you would get, and they had this really good like green salsa. Anyway, so after we left there, we decided to cross the Sierra Nevada mountain range because we wanted to go to the Sequoia National Forest, and we did go there. And the Sequoia National Forest is basically these really, really tall trees, and apparently it has like the world's largest tree somewhere in there called the General Sherman tree. And apparently that's where you can drive cars like through trees because they cut holes in them and you can drive your car through them, which is really weird. But we never did get to that point because it was starting to get dark and everything, and we decided maybe we should go ahead and head back, or we were going to have to spend the night in the desert, basically. So we went down this mountain pass, and it was really, really curvy and scary, and we took video, and it was hilarious because I was kind of freaking out. And to be quite honest, I don't even remember where we came out of the mountains, but yeah, it was quite a trip down. But since it was getting kind of close to time to go, we decided to head back toward Las Vegas. So we ended up going back through Death Valley, which was fun, but it was at night that time. So you could see the stars. Oh, it was so pretty. It was so nice. So after we left, or on our way out of Death Valley, we stopped at Death Valley Junction, which is there's an opera house there called the Amargosa Opera House, which Kevin and I had watched a documentary about, and it was really interesting. And so we stopped there, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, or pretty close to it. So we thought maybe we could just get a hotel room there because they do have a hotel next to the opera house. And it was closed though, so we couldn't stop there. So we just had to keep driving to Las Vegas. And I just realized when I was looking right now that if we had kept going the way we were going at first, we would have gone through Baker, California, which is the home of the world's largest thermometer. So that would have been interesting to see, but yeah, we didn't go that way. So we got back to our hotel room, and by that time it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we just went to bed. Wednesday, we didn't really do a lot. Kevin went out and explored the city while I sat in the hotel room and wrote a paper because I was in class at that time, and I had a paper due during my honeymoon. And of course, I didn't write it before because I was trying to plan a freaking wedding. So I had to spend a whole day of our honeymoon writing a paper, a literature review. So yeah, that was fun. It was probably the worst day of the whole trip. So then Thursday was another really fun day. We had to have that terrible Wednesday in between. But Thursday was really good because we decided to take a trip down Route 66 and we went to see the Grand Canyon. So that was really fun. We stopped at several places on the way there, on the way to the Grand Canyon. There was one place that we stopped that had like an Elvis painted on the side of like a gas tank or something. I can't really remember what it was, but it had that. It had all kinds of paintings all on the walls, and there was a place where you could stick your head and it made you look like you were being abducted by aliens and all of that stuff. Because, you know, Las Vegas is fairly close to um, Area 51. So, yeah, we stopped at this little town on Route 66 called Hackberry, and we went in and bought some stuff there. So we got like t-shirts, and I think Kevin got a baseball cap because he likes to get baseball caps. And I also used the bathroom there, and there were mannequins in the women's restroom, and it was really creepy. Not exactly what you want to see when you go to the bathroom, a mannequin staring at you. So yeah, we did that, and then we went to Grand Canyon National Park. We didn't stay there very long, but it was pretty awesome. It was so weird because you could look down and it was like, I'm so glad that there are rails because I would not want to be any closer to the edge than I was at that point. I'm not normally afraid of heights, but that one kind of got me. So yeah, but it was really pretty. It was really nice. We didn't stay long because we had already spent so long driving there that we decided, well, we've seen it. We might as well go back now. So we headed back, and we stopped on another part of Route 66 at this place called Roadkill Cafe, and we ate there, and there were some things out beside that we took pictures of ourselves with. It was kind of like a mock-up of an Old West town. So yeah, we checked all of that out. And on the way back, it was already dark by the time we got to the Hoover Dam, but we drove over it because you can drive over it, but you have to go through security because I guess they're afraid that someone is going to go over it with, I don't know, a bomb in their car or something and blow up the dam. So we had to go through security just so that we could drive across and everything, which not that big of a deal, but you couldn't see much because it was dark, and we weren't allowed to actually get out of the car. So I think if you go during the daytime, they let you out, but they let you get out and you can do whatever. You can go to the gift shop and everything, but since all of that was closed and it was dark, they won't let you get out of your car. So yeah, we didn't get to take a lot of pictures or anything. It was just mostly stop the car on the road and take what pictures we could. So yeah, but it was really nice, and it's right outside of Las Vegas, so of course we had to go at least see it. So basically, that was our day. It was the Grand Canyon day. And then Friday was our last full day in Las Vegas. And we didn't really have anything planned, but we decided to just kind of drive around the city. And we went to, the first place we went to was where they film Pawn Stars. I don't know if any of you watched that. But yeah, that's a Las Vegas store. So we went by there, and there was this huge line of people trying to get in just so that they could basically walk around the store like once. But we didn't feel like waiting around, so instead we went to Fremont Street. And Fremont Street is pretty awesome. It's kind of like how you would imagine old Las Vegas to be. I guess because it kind of is old Las Vegas. So anytime that you see like I think there's like a cowboy sign and stuff like that, which is kind of what I thought of when I thought of Las Vegas. But that's all on Fremont Street. And they've got it closed off, and they were having some kind of festival there while we were there because it was close to Halloween. So they had all kinds of stuff. There were people doing karaoke. There were people gliding like over the crowd, and it was really strange. But and then of course there were the casinos and places to eat and stuff like that. And so Kevin and I kind of just walked around and shopped a little bit and gambled some, of course, and drank a little bit. And we ate at this place called Heart Attack Grill. And basically, their burgers that they have are called like bypass, double bypass, triple bypass. So each bypass is like how many patties you have on your burger. Not good for you, that's for sure. So I just got like just a single bypass. But there was so much food, there was no way for me to eat it all. And right after we left there, we stopped at this casino. I can't remember which one it was, but I had to go to the bathroom, and I ended up dropping my phone in the toilet. I still don't really know how it happened. It like fell out of my back pocket or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But basically it destroyed my phone, and I had to get a different one after that. So yeah, I destroyed my phone in Las Vegas. Uh, but that was probably the worst thing that happened. So after we got done eating and playing around there, we decided to go back to the hotel, and we kind of got dressed up. Like I wore a dress and he wore a suit, and we just walked around Las Vegas for our last night on the town. And we just went to a couple of different casinos and stood outside of the Bellagio, and we watched the fountains and everything. It was really nice. And just basically all the places that we hadn't got to go before, all of the casinos that we hadn't been to together, we just kind of walked around and looked around, and we took pictures and everything. So yeah, then we went back to the hotel and had to pack and get ready because the next day we had to leave. Right after breakfast, we left, and then we made it back home. It was just nice to be back, of course. And that was our honeymoon, so yay! So what did we do for our anniversary this year? You may be asking, you may not be asking, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Uh, well, Kevin took off the whole day of work. I took off half a day because I had to work in the morning for something. And we went and had an early dinner of steak. And then we went to the movie theater and saw Gravity in IMAX 3D, and it was awesome. And if you guys get a chance to see it, please do, because for someone who likes like astronomy and outer space and astronaut kind of stuff, yeah, it was pretty amazing, and I would definitely recommend it. So anyway, that's it, and I will see you guys next week. Until then, bye! And if you're wondering if we won anything gambling in Las Vegas, the answer is no. But they were doing the McDonald's Monopoly game while we were there, so we did win some free fries. And I think a couple of other things, but yeah, like a free Redbox rental or something. So we didn't leave Las Vegas completely empty-handed. Yeah. And of course we had souvenirs. So there we go.